Hey yo, what it do? It's your boy Q, and welcome back for some more PIEA action powered by the Esports Company. I hope y'all enjoyed the break yesterday, but it's time to get down and do what it do over here on Wednesday. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to get down for some Valorant, but before we head off to buying for week number 6, let's go ahead and see how our teams did at week number 5 when we are rocking out on Haven. Let's get it.
Spammed through the cyber cage. Two go down. Khan brings the pain. They've got the double tap. They've got the dub.
And y'all already know how we get things started over here. We want to get kicked off with the Waynesburg University Esports Game of the Week. But our teams weren't able to link up. Unfortunate. I thought this game was going to be a banger, but Garnet Valley pick up the dub and move up to 2-1. Central Bucks East would be able to square off against Henderson, and while Henderson has looked decent at times this year, they were no match for Central Bucks East, a team that has been just outside the Power 10 rankings a lot this season. But could this 13-2 victory be enough to put CB East over the top? Stay tuned. PA Distance Learning was able to put quite the distance between themselves and Upper St. Clair early, and they were winning their ones and stacking their funds from there, only surrendering a single round as they cruised to a 13-1 victory. And speaking of cruising, the Warriors from Penn Trafford would bust out the brooms against West Green. 13 straight rounds for Penn Trafford as the Warriors moved to 3-2. Curcumin Valley would struggle against Lower Moreland, only being able to pick up 3 rounds. Led by Big Banjo Boy leading the way, a big 25-12 KDA with 2 first bloods as well, moving Lower Moreland up to 2-3 on the fall despite having a plus 15 round differential. Lebanon High School would be able to pick up their first dub of the season, 13-0 against Garden Spot, as they still look to secure their first W of the season as well. The Rangers from Forest Hills were able to take down Pine Grove, giving them their first loss of the season. Pine Grove had only lost 9 rounds heading into week number 5, so that should let you know just how good this Forest Hills squad is. And the Valorant Goats of PIEA were able to have a perfect map against the Lancers. Loyal Sock just had no answers for the Goats, who were led by Kratzer, who popped off with 18 kills, 5 deaths, and 5 first bloods, as Greater Altoona still remain undefeated in the fall. Mars and McDowell were in a banger of a map last week, just about going the distance. 23 rounds back and forth where the Fighting Planet from Mars would be able to pull off the victory 13-10. But we got to give a shout out to the Lorax from McDowell, dropping a 30 bomb in their effort. Riverside had their hands full last week as they went up against Carlisle, one of our 4 undefeated squads still left in Valorant. And there's a reason that Carlisle has had the attention of our top 10 committee. They've dropped 10 rounds all semester, including the 3 to Riverside, led by Paladin with 19 kills as Carlisle moved to 5-0. Haverford would be able to bust out the brooms against Cheltenham, 13 straight rounds as Haverford also remain undefeated in the fall semester. Central Bucks South would be able to pick up yet another dub this season, this time against Bayard Ruston. And I thought this Bayard Ruston squad was going to be able to turn it around late, but Central Bucks South was too much, wrapping things up 13-7. Lampeter Strasbourg were able to hold it down against Boyertown for 13 straight rounds, in fact, as Ketson would lead the way for Lampeter Strasbourg with a 22-7-5 KDA with 3 first bloods as well, as Lampeter Strasbourg moved to 3-2. Pine Grove was able to bounce back off a tough loss to Ephrata last week and took a pretty convincing win against Pocono Mountain. And with that win, the Rockets are now back above 500 as they look to finish the semester strong with their eyes set on the playoffs. Ferndale were able to pick up their first dub of the season in a banger of a map against Portage Area, a back and forth affair that would go the distance. Led by Pocket Jet with a 32-19-4 KDA as Ferndale move up to 1-4. And while we're talking about barn burner matchups, Manheim Township and Ephrata would also go the distance. And in back-to-back weeks, it'd be Ephrata pulling off the upset, giving the Blue Streaks their first loss of the season, as Ephrata improved to 4-1. South Fayette remain undefeated in PIEA Valorant action as they've surrounded just 20 rounds in 5 games, meaning that this is right about their average performance. Kinda crazy to think about, as South Fayette take down Franklin Regional 13-5.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Let's go ahead and introduce our Waynesburg University Esports Player of the Week. Whoa, from South Fayette, who had a 24-10-9 KDA in the Lions' impressive dub. So let's go ahead and take a look at this week's Power 10 rankings, as the GOATs from Greater Altoona still sit at the top, and Central Bucks East make their first appearance in the Power 10, and Ephrata makes their way back into the Power 10 as well.
They're strung off from the paranoia, but they have a line carved out to their opposition. Spike is in hand, but you've got to get it down in the next 1 second. They don't have time.
No!
They're gonna try to fake it, get the kill on Rio.
Oh!
So before we get down to it, let's go ahead and take a look at this week's schedule to make sure we got y'all locked in on the right channel. Penn Trafford and South Fayette should be a goodie, and same could be said for Spring Grove and Manheim Township. But for this week's Waynesburg University Esports Game of the Week, we got the GOATs from Greater Altoona taking on Central Bucks South, who have been on quite the tear as of late. And with that, it's time we get down and do what it do. Week number 6 of PIEA Valorant action, and we're off to bind. Remember, we do more than Valorant over here, as we got games going Monday through Thursday, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And of course, more content coming y'all's way than ever before. So when y'all see the videos over on social media, as well as on YouTube, and y'all already know the dealio. Like, comment, share. Let's turn PIEA into the best classic brand in all the land. And until we do catch y'all back over here for the next one, man, don't forget, with everything crazy going on in the world today, be true, be you, be sincere, game hard, love hard. All right, y'all? It's your boy Q, signing out.